Hey,
Hi.
welcome back to another episode.
I thought you weren't introing anymore.
I'm not. That's why I stopped there. That's why I stopped with that. I really don't like the intro. I don't like to do the intro thing. I like to just kind of slowly lead into whatever the conversation is. What do you think about that?
I agree.
Yeah, you like that?
The intro's corny.
Yeah, I think some people can do the intro thing, like if they have a really cool one made, but we don't have a really cool one made.
Yeah, I don't think it needs an intro. We're cool enough.
Yeah. Heck yeah, we're cool enough.
Sort of.
It's been a little bit. We didn't do an internal podcast last week. Well, we did
didn't?
one. I didn't post it.
Oh,
We did it. I didn't like it at all. And I figured don't post it because I want to do quantity of episodes. Like I want to be having a lot of stuff going out, but I wasn't happy with like any of the content that we filmed. So I was just like, let's just take a break. Let's take a breather and then come back strong next week.
yeah.
And that's what we're doing now. It was quarterfinals this past week for any of you CrossFit nerds out there. So basically, you do the open, you qualify for quarterfinals, you do quarterfinals, and quarterfinals is the way that you get to semifinals. The semifinals is the way that you get to the games, which I didn't participate in quarterfinals this year because I just I didn't want to have to decline an invite to semis. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you did quarterfinals,
I did.
and
Well, I've done one of the workouts every single day since Wednesday.
it's Monday.
So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 6 days in a row.
Nice.
Which means I did 2 of the workouts twice because my coach suggested it, not because I am anywhere near qualifying for anything, but because it's good for training and because it's good practice for like retesting qualifier workouts, basically, which I always do better in a retest of qualifier. I've had like one time, I think in the open last year, I got the same score.
Yeah.
And maybe one other time I wasn't going to beat my score in a qualifier. So
What do you think was the hardest part of quarterfinals for you?
I'm going to go with probably just the gymnastics workout because of my capacity for handstand push-ups.
Nothing else about quarterfinals is difficult for you, like managing time, figuring out where to do it, like
No.
something besides the workouts, because everyone has to go through the same thing with the workouts. It sucks. They all suck.
I don't think I had any difficulty with that this year at all because I have several like CrossFit friends in the area. So I went to each of their gyms. My friend Megan, I went to her gym all weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I did a workout with her there. So it worked out perfectly. I did a workout with Kelly Benfey, one of our guests. She's also my friend. So I did a workout at her gym the first day. I did the lifting one twice at Edge.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one? Oh, and I did the burpee one at Edge.
That burpee workout was killer.
Yeah.
I did do that one. I did the burpee workout.
So I would say the like I didn't really have any like time constraints because I was off tonight. I mean, obviously I worked, but I had I redid the lifting workout, which was 10 minutes. So it was like not a big deal to get done.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest about quarterfinals this year and the open. The open looked harder than quarterfinals. Quarterfinals, when I looked at the quarterfinals workouts, they didn't look hard. Like they're obviously hard, but I mean, they didn't like on paper, they looked fine. The only workout that seemed crazy to me was the burpee wall ball one. And that's exactly why I chose that one to do.
Yeah.
Because it seemed to be the hardest one. Like, because when you look at a workout like the gymnastics one, the 20, what was it? 10 handstand push-ups, 20 toe to bar, 10, whatever, 3 rounds of that, then 2 rounds of the kipping handstand push-up and the rope climb. And then, the strict handstand push-up and then rope climb and then wall facing to ring muscle up, that doesn't look hard. It just looks very skill like oriented. It doesn't look like a hard workout.
And so that's why that was the hardest thing though, is because I'm limited by my capacity for skills.
I know,
I can do them, I just don't.
But I'm not just talking about you. I'm talking about in general. Like the workouts did not look like hard workouts. Obviously they're difficult. Every CrossFit workout is hard. But they didn't look like years past where I was like, what?
Yeah, I mean, for sure that one I feel like for me, just because I was limited by skills, it wasn't like metabolically challenging, but the other ones were. The interval one, you've done that workout.
Yeah, but even the interval one, like, it's not.
You were done after that workout.
I also literally just got like in recovery mode for my neck.
I know, but I'm saying like I did it again after that now, and it was still hard. It was the same.
But it seems like a normal CrossFit workout.
Yeah, it's very CrossFit-y.
When you look at a 50 wall ball, 50 burpee box jump over workout, your jaw drops.
That's true.
3 rounds, your jaw drops. And when you do it, you understand why your jaw dropped. But the other workouts weren't jaw dropping workouts. They were just like,
is he growling?
He's growling at something. The other workouts were like, you just kind of looked at them, you're like, yep, that's par for the course. That's a CrossFit workout. You know, like this is a separator. The only separator in that workout, the other workouts are going to be, can you handle 245 bar? Because if you can't, it's not really a challenging workout. You know what I mean?
If you can, it is.
Yeah, but but that's the thing. There's a barrier to entry.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's like bottlenecks.
Right, exactly. Workouts. And then the other stuff is like, do you have the rope climb capacity to be able to do 5 rope climbs twice? You know, and if you do, it's not really a daunting workout to look at. Like for me, that would have been a great workout for me. Like a year ago, you know. But and then even what was the workout called? The interval one? What's like the spin off of it? What's the spin off?
Fight Gone Bad.
Yeah, the Fight Gone Bad style workout. That it sucked when I did it. But it's like, I know I could have crushed my last score. You know, I don't know. For me, it didn't seem that crazy. It just didn't. Quarterfinals didn't seem that crazy. The one that looked crazy was the wall ball burpee box jump overs one. And that's where I was like, okay, this is what I think like CrossFit should do more of, is the type of workout where you look at it and you're like, holy crap. Because the limiter there is your mind. It's your mental. Like everyone at the top has the skills, has the capacity to do all the other workouts. It's just going to be like who can do more and who can do it faster. Workouts like this is like, can you even get yourself to do it?
Yeah.
You know, can you even get yourself to get through it?
Yeah, it was a doozy.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So at least that's what I think. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm also just not super impressed by CrossFit almost ever.
Yeah, I can't say that I had any other issues. I actually really liked all of the workouts. I did not like the burpee wall ball one, but I just liked it because it was like nasty.
Yeah.
You know, but definitely going to be my worst score. So
yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm a sucker for stuff like that. I'm such a sucker for it. Like, especially because I'm finally at the point where like we're starting to like bring back in movements for me and like be able to do CrossFit stuff again. That's like my first legit CrossFit style workout back and that's like, I looked at it. I was like, that looks disgusting. I want to see what I could do in the state, you know, the condition that I'm in. And I'm super happy with what I did for the condition that I'm in. But there's just something about like when something looks really hard and gross, then I'm like, I need to do it. I need to try it. I forget what other workout it was in the open, but there was a workout in the open where I was like, dude, I have got to do that one. And I couldn't do the snatch burpee one.
Of course, the other burpee one.
Yeah. I love burpees. So anyway, yeah. I don't know. It's like I'm really excited now that I'm on the other end of my injury thing. I'm really excited to rebuild a foundation.
Yeah. That is exciting.
Yeah. It'll be like getting newbie gains all over again the second time.
The second time.
Because I got injured twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah. It'll be cool. So anyway, I wanted to talk about some stuff. I got some stuff on my mind about life and people and the such, stuff like that. I feel like I've been going through this weird period where I don't know how to say it. I feel like, you ever see those memes on Instagram where they're like, people are going to clap for you when you're at the top and act like they've been there the whole time? Mm-hmm. That's kind of like how I feel like I'm at right now, or where I feel like I'm at right now.
Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I don't want to like really get too specific about who or why I feel that way, but I think it's like, it's interesting because when you start to chase your goals and you start to work really hard on stuff in the beginning, you get two responses. You either get people are super on board with it and they're really supportive and happy for you, or you get the exact opposite, where it's like people are like, come on, you can come out and drink, or you can come and do this, you can do that. Like, why do you always have to be so serious all the time? And I feel like I'm in this weird spot where it's like some people that were showing support before almost seem salty, you know? And I'm like in a weird position where I just don't even know how to deal with it, kind of, because like we're not in a spot of like extreme success or anything like that.
Yeah.
But the things that are required and the time management and stuff that are required to be able to do the things that I want to do, like become hyper successful and to be able to live life completely on our own terms or whatever, it's like I can't say yes to everything. I can't even give a lot of people my time, you know, and I've had like just weird one-off backhanded comments thrown at me, you know, which is just so strange. I feel like that's so weird.
I think it's so bizarre.
If my friends were to tell me that they had like, they were on a mission, they have a goal or a path, my response is going to be, how can I help? Like, if you really want to see somebody succeed and you still want to spend time with them, I feel like it would be normal. Like, let's normalize when your friends have a goal and you want to spend time with them. Instead of asking them to do all the things that you want to do, why don't you ask how you can help your friend?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, why don't you, like, if you really want to spend time with them, you want a relationship, you want to nurture it, and you want it to keep going, and you believe in what they're doing, right? Because everyone says that they believe in you and that they're supporting you. Why don't you ask them what you can do to help instead of being like a nuisance or a dick to them about why you're being left out or whatever it is, you know? Like, I just think it's so corny. And especially like when you reach a certain age, right? Like, I feel like when you're in your 20s, like low 20s, that's like behavior for that. But like,
For sure.
it's really pussy, I feel like, for people to be that way.
I mean, I think it's normal to grow out of that behavior.
Yeah.
And I'm well out of my 20s,
Yeah.
so I don't really experience that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also like don't feel like I have any friends that are like jealous, quote unquote. You know what I mean? If that's like kind of the avenue or thinking, but like, so I don't really know. I don't get it. Like, I don't get it at this age. And I also don't get it for you specifically because you're a dad. Like, duh, you're not going to go out and do stuff. You have a child. You have a family to take care of.
I think what like a big problem is that like, I think what a big problem is that I spent a lot of my time in my youth giving to other people, giving my time, my energy, my money, even like paying for people's nights out and stuff. And I literally put a cap on it out of nowhere. Like, I just stopped. Even when I had a son, I was still going out and partying like every weekend, you know, like unfortunately, you know, but I was still going out, having fun, being the fun guy or whatever. And then when I got serious about my goals, when I got real, like I looked myself in the mirror one day, I was like, dude, you are bullshitting. You're not doing what you said you were supposed to do, what you were going to do. And this happened when I did 75 hard the first time, actually, before we ever even met. And I told myself, you're bullcrapping here. Like, you're not doing what you say you want to do. You're not following through, right? Had a real talk with myself. And I think because I did it like that, everyone's like, whoa, he switched up.
Yeah.
What happened? Who is this guy? Like, people literally like, yeah, they just like have a problem with the fact that I'm not the old me, you know, but guess what? You're not supposed to stay the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And it's, yeah, dude, I don't know. It's interesting and crazy to me too, to see, how people will repeat the same cycles over and over and over again throughout life with no results and get, I don't even want to say like expect different outcomes, but then they get salty throughout life and they start like, everybody is their enemy. Everybody else is doing wrong things. And like, why isn't anybody else like still going out and partying? Why isn't anybody else still acting like a kid and stuff? And not that I don't think that you should act like a kid, because I'm definitely not the most mature person that I know. I at least have my stuff together enough to like get through life, right? But it's just interesting to me to like watch, and it's sad to like watch people that you love and that you care about like fall to the wayside, basically.
Yeah. I mean, some people are just going to choose that life. And I think another problem is not problem, but like situation or part of it is because you became a dad at a young age. So you definitely, even though you were like still going out and stuff when he was like little, I think you still matured faster than your friends, even though you're the same age. And then some of your friends are still in that party 20s zone. So I think,
and by the way, there's nothing wrong with any of this either.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just,
lives.
It just sucks when it's like you don't feel like supported, or like, you know, like you said, like they're like, it's like almost like people are mad or jealous or something. That
I don't know if they're jealous, but I definitely know people are like upset. You know, like what's funny is that like you'll see so many Instagram videos or memes or reels about the fact that if you chase your dreams, like you're going to lose friends along the way. And you see it and you witness you see the reel and you're like, yeah. You feel it, right? But then when you really do it, then you really feel it. It's like, it's not real until it's actually real. Because I used to see that stuff all the time, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm sure that that's what it's like, blah, blah, but I'm not experiencing that now until I like really started to try.
Yeah.
And like, because I feel like personally, when you're really trying to accomplish something, right? Like, and I want to make really clear too, that I don't think that everybody needs to like live a life of like excellence and like become extraordinary or whatever. But for those that do want to at least try, it requires so much from you. And it's hard. It's like really hard.
Yeah.
It's hard in a way that you don't expect, because saying no to like having like nights out with your friends is really freaking hard. And to do it for a long time, it's really hard. And for people kind of to like, other people that I've talked to about this too, like there's other people that I've talked to about this, but like, it's like for people to not acknowledge that it must be really hard to be trying like the way that you're trying to accomplish something, that it must be really hard that you have to say no to us. It must be really hard that you like don't get to spend all this time with your families and whatever. And then they just make it worse. You know what I'm saying? Like they just make it worse. Like it's already really hard not to hang out with you all the time. Like we were kids.
Yeah.
You know? But you're just making it worse now. You know what I mean? And so I just feel like, yeah, when you see those things on Instagram and all that stuff, like everybody, when they're at the bottom or when they're like thinking about starting or taking the leap or whatever, when you see those reels that are like, you're going to lose a bunch of friends, you're going to piss a bunch of people off, and you're like, yeah. And you're like, but it won't really happen to me. But then when you actually do the things that you need to do, to start chasing your dreams, and you start cutting the people out, and you start cutting out the old bad habits, and you stop, doing the stuff that you shouldn't be doing, then you really feel it.
Yeah.
And like it is really lonely, and humans are not meant to be lonely creatures.
Yeah. I don't feel I don't feel that, but I haven't had any like hate or, you know what I mean? Like everything that I've ever done, I feel like at least my close friends have always supported. I haven't felt like, like any weird comments or whatever. Like I haven't had any of that. So I can't really speak to that, but also all my friends are a lot older and all have little kids and their lives revolve around their families also. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit different, I think, for me. I mean, it's been a couple years now that it's like I see my friends less.
Yeah.
I think you're right at that. Like you're right in the thick of like that. Like I'm like beyond it. Like I'm like, okay, this is just like the season. But you're like, oh, like especially for us, like this is the season. We have little kids, we're doing other things. But I don't think that. I mean, you have one friend who has a baby, a child.
Yeah, PJ.
So it's like a lot of your friends are just like getting married and like don't have kids yet, and
Yeah.
so it will get different. It'll, once things progress a little bit, but it is weird when some people are in this stage and some people are not.
Yeah,
it gets weird.
It's weird, but I want to make clear too for like, because friends definitely like listen to this and watch this, right? That it's definitely not like, I don't know how to say it. Like I have really good friends.
Yeah, of course.
I have really good friends, and I have amazing friends that support me. And for the most part, it's like people that are on the fringe of friendship that are like that,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, or maybe even friends that like thought they were better friends than they were, type thing, that type of thing. I don't know. It's just weird. I find it so interesting how everyone's all about support your friends and everything they do until it's time to actually do it.
And I think along this journey, we have made some friends who actually do like say those things and like I believe those things, like support us, or you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we've made some new friends that have like similar goals and mindsets and like have supported us. And I think that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, I think that's
a positive takeaway from this.
I think that is super important though too, and very underrated is finding a group of people that are in line with the same mindset, goals, aspirations that you have. It may not be the same avenue, but if everybody's at least trying to elevate, right? Finding those people that are like wanting to at least do that and making them your core and talking to them, making sure that you communicate, stay in contact, and supporting and helping each other throughout the entire journey, because this gets really hard. It gets difficult. Like there's been times where like I've like cried to myself, about just like not having, like there's not a lot of people that can relate to it. Like I've told you, like since I was a kid, I always had this thing like in my stomach, right? That told me like you're meant to do something else. You're meant to do something great. And I don't know, people can clown me or whatever for that if they want, but there's always been like this kind of like voice or this feeling thing nudging me to like do extra stuff or to like work harder, to do all this, like, and I don't know exactly what it is. I can't say it. I think it's God, I think it's God now, or he instilled something in me, but it's like that I'm always going to be chasing something greater. And so there's not a lot of people that can relate to that specifically, where it's like you don't know exactly what the thing is, but you need it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't have that feeling, but you've told me about it before.
Yeah, it's just like a weird, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know how to explain it, but yeah. So yeah, we have met a lot of friends along the way.
We have.
That are like extra supportive. We check in with them, and it's dope. Like I love that.
I know we've had little meetups like once a month, and we're about to have another one.
Yeah, it's sick.
Very excited.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I Dude, I was going to say something else.
How about the friends?
Yeah. I don't remember what else I was going to say. I got in my feelings a little bit. I don't even think that I like said anything of substance. I was just talking. I got a little, yeah. I don't know. Have you seen this guy, Andy Elliott, on Instagram? I think I've showed you him before.
No.
He's this dude who like goes on these motivational speeches or whatever. Like he does all these like, I don't know. People book him to come speak. Like my uncle, he works for Wild, or what was Wild. Now it's like whatever Honda. I don't know.
Oh, it's not Wild anymore?
It's not Wild anymore. No, they got bought out. But it's
I just Googled Wild the other day and it came up.
Probably pops up still on Google, but it's bought out by somebody else. Maybe it's Wild. Maybe they kept the name Wild, but that was the person's last name.
Oh.
Anyway, their company pays Andy Elliott to come and do like sales trainings and stuff like that or whatever, and to do these like these motivational speeches for their car salesmen and stuff. Like they'll rent out like a big venue for it, and he's famous for, he like did a speech and he had somebody come up on stage and he was like, take your shirt off. He like made this dude take his shirt off, and then like basically like clown this guy for not having a six pack and saying like, how do you expect to like take care of your family, all this blah blah, you know, and like you're fat, you're out of shape, da da da. I'm like, holy crap, dude. Whoa. I like personally, I think that is so foul. Like I understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
But the fact is like fitness is great and it's awesome to have a six pack. And actually we should talk about this, but somebody told me that they think it's underrated to have a six pack, or it's overrated. Having a six pack is overrated. Yeah. Having a six pack is overrated supposedly. So anyway, but I was like, bro, I don't think that him having a six pack is going to be the dictator of whether he becomes a millionaire or not, because I'm pretty sure there's like,
yeah, for sure.
Like tons of billionaires that don't have a six pack.
Right.
It's just so weird that these guys come up with these angles, right? I don't know. The only motivational speaker guy that I like to listen to is Alex Hormozy, because I feel like he's the most practical dude.
Yeah, he is. Him and Layla.
Yeah,
Layla's
good
dope
too. Yeah. All right, so having a six pack is overrated. These two dudes we were talking at the gym, they're saying that having a six pack is overrated. What do you think about that statement first?
I completely disagree with that.
You do? Yeah. Why? Tell me why.
Because I think having a I think it's I think that that's important to be attracted to. Like, I mean, obviously, how would it be overrated? That's like, I don't.
All right. So
I don't know. I can't articulate. Sorry.
So these two dudes, I'm like listening, right? And they go, having a six pack is overrated. They're like talking crap about having a six pack. I'm like, dude, this is the most brain numbing thing I've ever heard in my life. And so they're like, yeah, girls don't even like six packs. They like dad bods. And I chimed in. Finally, I chime in and I go, having a six pack is not overrated, and girls do not like dad bods. And they're like, yeah, they do. They say it all the time. I'm like, dude, seriously, you think that chicks like dad bods more than they like six packs? I mean, let's be honest here, right? And they're like, well, that's what they say. I'm like, yeah, dude, of course they do. Why would they want you to have a six pack? You'd be attracted by other girls. Like, other girls are going to want you if you have a six pack, number one. Number two, it show. Hold on. Let me get my brain straight real quick because I'm getting mad. Getting angry. They're like, oh, man. So I chime in and I go, having a six pack is not overrated, and girls do not like dad bods. And they're like, they say that they like dad bods. And I'm like, they'll say that, of course, because if the guy that they have has a six pack, then other girls are going to want them. And then it feels threatening to have a guy like that, you know, that other girls are going to want the same way. Well, not the same way. Dudes just like hot girls in general. But then I'm like, and also the other thing is the girls that say that they don't like six packs on guys are lazy. They don't want to work out that hard. They feel bad about themselves because the guy has a six pack and they don't want to work out to that standard. They don't want to keep up with him.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that they like dad bods. How many girls gush over Zac Efron? Does he have a dad bod? What are we talking about?
I don't know what Zac Efron looks like.
He's ripped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's shredded. I mean, shredded. But yeah, it's insane to me that people say that with a straight face. And like, to me, it's just lazy.
It's just one of those things that the government is telling us to stay fat and sick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that there really is propaganda made by the government and the beauty industry and stuff to make you think that, oh gosh, here we go. I think there's propaganda by the beauty and the beauty industry and the government to make fat look pretty and make fat look handsome. And there's health at any size so that we depend on the system so that we're more easily agreeable to things because we're fat, sick, and dying and broke. And so that we're not free, basically, right? Because if you're fat, you're sick, and you're freaking broke, if anything the government says, you're not going to stand up in arms and go against them, right? Like, you're not going to defend yourself. You're not even going to try. You're going to be too freaking tired. And you have no money, so you can't go do anything. You can't just disappear, right? It's crazy. I don't know. Now you got me mad.
Well,
now you got me angry.
Because I'm just saying where the girls like dad bods thing is coming from.
Do you think that's what it is?
What? Why else would people want to be fat?
Wait, explain to me what you're saying.
I'm just saying that's where this thought that girls like dad bods is coming from. It's coming from propaganda from
yeah. I think that people are making it up. I don't think it's real.
It's not real.
I've never in my life talked to a girl, and not like me talking to a girl. Like, I've never talked to a friend that was a girl that said, like, outwardly said they like dad bods. I've never actually heard that in my life.
I know people are gonna get like mad, but like not at this, but at this statement, but like, okay, let's say your husband doesn't have, you love your husband, he's your soulmate, whatever. He doesn't have a six pack. That's fine. I completely understand that because you can love someone based on their personality and whatever. That's fine. But I'm pretty sure you'd like it if they had one.
Yeah. If you had a choice.
Just saying,
but like,
you got a choice.
But also check this out. It's never like girls that are in shape either that would say things like that, right? Because more than likely a girl who's in shape more than likely has a husband who's also in shape.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
So, and I know that it happens a lot, the inverse, right? Where it's like they may be in shape and then their husband isn't in shape, or the other way around. But like, more than likely, if one of them is fit, the other one is also going to be fit. Yeah. That's generally how it goes. So it's usually just girls who like are not fit and don't want to get fit that don't want a guy with a dad bod. And I also think the other way is true too, where a lot of guys who aren't fit don't want a girl who is fit either, because they don't want a girl who's, to be quite frank, more masculine than them, because it makes them feel beta and less alpha and less in their masculine. And they feel like the woman's more masculine. And it's also threatening because the dude is like, well, why is she in shape? Why is she getting in shape? Freaking out about like, is she going to cheat or is she cheating? You know, what about the trainer that she's with or whatever? It's like, just get it together. Just get your stuff together. Why don't you just get in shape?
Yeah.
Just be the dude that she wants, she wants you to be. Like, get in shape, you idiot. Oh my gosh, dude. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. That, like, for me, the whole thing with that is, in my opinion, I think, and I could go on for hours about this, and I've gone on for hours with you about it before. I just think that masculinity is dying, and dudes just don't want to take responsibility or accountability. And I genuinely think, hot take, everything bad in the world right now is due to men's poor decisions. That's going to sound super feminist to a lot of you people that don't understand what I'm saying.
Feminist.
Yeah, because all the feminists hate men and men are, the enemy of the world. But what I mean by that is if men would be better men and make better decisions, not put their dick in everything that they see, if they took care of themselves, if they stopped being lazy pieces of crap, stop with the video games, stop with the eating trashy food, stop using all their time to Netflix and chill. If you actually open the door for old people, if you walked the old woman across the street, if you actually took care of your woman, if you did all the things that good dads are supposed to do, a lot of the BS that's happening in this world right now would not be happening because it'd be ran by solid ass dudes. Straight up. And you can complain about women being in control and the matriarchy and stuff like that, but it's you dudes that are letting it happen. You dudes are letting your wife run the house. You've stopped taking charge. You've stopped taking lead. You don't lead the household. You don't even show that you are worth a crap. You don't show that you have potential to your woman or to the people around you, so people can't trust you anymore. I mean, dude, it's insane. I'm going to stop there.
All right.
I'm going to stop with that. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not as crazy like you are about that, but I agree that I think that the downfall of men in our country is significantly contributing to the problems in this country.
Yeah, but what's funny about it is that there is a downfall of men and everyone blames it on feminists. Everyone blames the problem in the taking away of masculinity. Everyone blames the downfall of masculinity on feminists instead of dudes who don't take accountability for themselves.
Yeah.
Be masculine. Like, run out with your chest out. Say stuff with your chest. Pound it, man.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I
Okay,
mean,
relax.
I mean, for real though, the downfall of masculinity is not due to feminists. It's due to men.
Yeah.
If you are more masculine, the feminist, like the feminine, wouldn't be able to take over and take control.
Yeah.
Plus, women like masculine men. They don't like pussies. Straight up. Like, I don't know. When we first started dating and until now, do you think I hold at least a pretty decently masculine frame?
Yes.
Okay. And you're attracted to me because of that. That's part of the reason why you wanted to be with me, right?
Yeah.
And part of what being masculine and having masculine frame is like not being agreeable. There's so many of you guys that will happy wife, happy life. Happy wife, happy. No, pussy. It's not happy wife, happy life. What are you talking about? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Let me explain why. Happy wife, happy life means the person who cannot decide what they want for dinner has to somehow be happy. That person has to somehow be happy. No offense. So happy wife, happy life. It's going to take 2 hours to figure out how she's going to be happy. What? She wants you to make the decision for her, right?
Yeah, I like decisions like that. As
Yes.
long as there's meat.
Like,
That's all I
you
care
know,
about.
there's always me. Make the decisions. Like the masculine frame. So many women become the men that they want to date or that they want to marry. They become masculine because of that. Because the guys that they're finding don't decide where to go to eat. They don't treat them like a lady. Like there's so many things that we could talk about there. But they become the guys that they want to date or they want to marry because a lot of you guys are just pussy made. You're not becoming the guys that these women want to have. And a lot of you guys complain about no good women left. There's no good men. How are you going to find good women if you can't even be a good guy? The same thing goes for you guys, putting your dick in everything. You don't want a whore, but you're going to go off and be a whore. It's different. Dude, you attract what you are. You attract what you think about. You attract what you become. So if you're going to put your dick in everything, you're going to get a woman that's had every dick in her. Period. So many different things. I don't know what to say.
Oh my God.
Anyways, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't really know, to be honest.
Dude, just the point is just I wish guys would be more masculine. I wish they'd take more accountability.
Yeah.
That's it. Everything is your fault. I'll just say it. Obviously that statement's not true, that everything is your fault. But if you treat everything as if it's your fault, you have a better chance at like kind of coming up with ways to fix scenarios, right? For example, with my business, everything was my fault. Everything. I got done dirty, but everything was my fault at the end of the day. That's how I look at it. I got into business with 2 people and it ended up not working, but I made that decision. I can't control what they decided to do, but I made the first decision to get into business with people. It's my fault. So now I get to deal with the consequences of those actions. And now they don't have power over me. Nothing else has power over me. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. I'm done ranting.
You ranted a lot.
I know. Dang, dude. That was good, though, I feel like.
I didn't say anything.
Well, give your 2 cents. What do you think about some of the stuff that I said? Give your 2 cents on the masculinity
gave my 2
thing.
cents. I said I think that a lot of problems with the country is the downfall of men in our country for sure. And I'm definitely not somebody who's saying like, oh, you have to stay at home and bake. Like, I don't know how to do that shit. I go out in the world and get my hands dirty. I like work. I've always liked to work, but I think the priority of that type of stuff should be on with the men. And I think that that's not the case that much anymore. What else?
We're talking traditional gender roles, basically.
I think traditional with like a little, obviously traditional I wouldn't be like working at the hospital part-time and running a business, but
I think, yeah, traditional
with a little modern twist.
Yeah. I think that working should be a choice for the woman to do. For sure. Like, obviously you can work. Like, I'm not going to be the person that's going to be like, my woman can't work. She has to stay at home, cook and clean. I need to know what she's doing every second of the day. Like, obviously not, definitely not. And I want a woman that like, there's a whole community of guys called the red pill online that don't want a woman that can challenge them. They want a woman to basically just shut up and cook and like give them blowjobs whenever they want, type thing, where they just like want really bimbo type women. And definitely that's not what I advocate for at all. I think that women should work if they want to work. I do want, my woman, my girlfriend, Heather, to stay home with the kids and take care of them, because I think just plain and simple, you're better at that, type thing. And I like to work. But I do think that there's a place, right? Like right now we're in a place where we're trying to build something. So we both have to work.
Yeah.
We have to. It's the reality of the situation.
But I was able to change my schedule so that I am home all the time when we have the kids.
Right. And I don't have the gym.
We have a unique childcare situation where we don't have them all the time.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different than, your traditional family. But
yeah,
I don't work when we have the kids.
Right.
Pretty much.
And I don't have the gym now. So like finances are lightened up and stuff too. Like there's just like, traditional gender roles, obviously for me is the way to go.
Yeah.
But with some obvious caveats there. Like I'm not a controlling person. I don't want my girlfriend to not be able to go work.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to go, like, you got a whole degree. And I want a woman that can challenge me intellectually or even in an argument or talking. Like, I want to be able to, like, discuss ideas or like have deep talks and stuff like that. But there's a lot of dudes, i.e. the red pill community, that don't want chicks that have any sort of brain power at all. And I think that that's ridiculous. How are you supposed to live a life like that?
Yeah.
Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, yeah. Be masculine. You'll get any girl you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
What?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it might not be true, but yeah. So anyway, takeaway. If you're a dude, being your masculine. A lot of times when women don't like you, it's because you are too effeminate. Whether you like to believe it or not, and I'm not talking about being like an alpha dude or this weird stuff that people talk about online. You don't need to puff your chest out and roar, like I said before, like be hyper aggressive or anything like that. But what that really means to me, being masculine, is like when you say you're going to do something, you do it. You try to provide as much as you can for your family. And if you need a little extra help, that's totally cool. You tell the truth. I think that that's a big thing. Like, I don't lie. I don't lie to anybody. It's something that it's against my code. Take care of yourself. Take care of everyone around you. I don't know. What else do I do? What else have I said before? Not being agreeable. I don't think that, like I said, the happy wife, happy life thing, I think is total BS. One of the reasons why I think the happy wife, happy life thing, I didn't explain this before. I just started yelling. Why I think the happy wife, happy life thing is BS is because I think that men give out so much power and energy in a relationship or in a family situation that if you're too focused on making somebody else happy and you're not happy yourself, everyone in the family is going to feel that. Like, a mom can be unhappy and not everyone's going to feel it the same way as a dad does, because generally women are a little bit better at separating their emotions from like their daily life type thing. And dudes you see all the time, they're sad or they're angry, so they become drunks. They're sad or they're angry, so they take it out on their kids, you know, that type of stuff. You see that way more with dads than you see that with moms.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
For sure.
So yeah, that's all. I don't like that hyper alpha crap either, that the red pill. And you guys can look up the red pill if you've never seen it, but they're a bunch of cornballs.
Yes. I don't know much about them either, but I hate everything that I hear from them.
Yeah, they're cornballs. So, yeah. That's it. I think that's done.
That's enough.
Yeah.
You gave the people enough of your...
I want to go have 7 different pints of ice cream.
Okay.
I don't eat ice cream.
You don't eat ice cream?
Not really.
He used to eat a Blizzard every single day.
Yeah,
Concrete
used
mixer?
to. What?
Concrete mixer?
What is
Blizzard?
it from? What's from Culver's?
I think a concrete mixer.
Is that?
Called. I think.
Yeah, I used to have one every day.
And he weighed like 170 pounds.
Yeah, but I was averaging 25,000 steps a day. Plus, I was doing 2 workouts a day. You know, 3 if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, good.
Okay.
Like, I would walk the dog, too. So, anyway, that's it for the podcast. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.
Bye.